So hey everybody, this is me Raman Krutik. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please go and subscribe. And don't forget to click on that bell icon to get more updates like this. And today we are going to see about a woman who solved her own death mystery by herself after her death. So we are going to see this in a detailed manner. If you're new, as I said earlier, please go and subscribe and watch till the end to know what happened to that person. So, this case is about Teresita Basa. She lived in Chicago, Illinois. Born in Philippines in 1929, Teresita Basa had moved to United States in 1960s to study music. She later became a respiratory therapist at Edgewater Hospital in Chicago, Illinois. Quiet and unassuming, she was the last person one would expect to be victim of a violent crime. However, at 9 p.m. on the night of February 21, 1977, the fire department was called to put out a fire in her apartment. In the blaze, they found her nude body under a burning mattress with a butcher knife buried in her chest. Investigators believe that the fire has been set to cover the murder. There was evidence that she was the victim of sexual crime. The autopsy, however, determined that she had not been raped. There seemed to be no apparent motive for the crime. The investigators could also find little physical evidence, as most had been destroyed by the fire. One piece of evidence that was found, however, was a memo that stated, "Get theater tickets for AS." So the suspects, what the police found was, the police pursued several leads, but they were all subsequently dismissed. They suspected that AS may have been involved in the crime, but they did not know what the initials stood for. Her boyfriend, whom she allegedly argued with, was considered a possible suspect. And extra notes to be found is this case first aired on April 25th, 1990 episode. This case was one of few profiled that had been solved prior to the broadcast. It focused mainly on supernatural aspects surrounding the murder. It was also documented in the book House of Horror by Richard Winner and the telemovie Voice from the Grave. It served as an inspiration for fact segment on Beyond Belief. So this case was eventually solved. More than 5 months after Teresita's murder, her co-worker Remy Chua, another native from Philippines, and her husband Joe contacted Detective Joe Statula, claiming to have information about her murder. Remy told Joe that shortly after she began having visions and dreams in which Teresita appeared to her and begging her to go to the police and tell what happened to her. One night, Remy took a nap at home. According to Joe, she began speaking in another voice. It said that she was Teresita. She told Joe that her killer's name is Alan Shoury. The voice claimed that he was an orderly that worked at the hospital. She urged Joe to go to the police. However, when she woke up, she claimed to have no memory of what happened. Joe decided at first not to go to the police. Then the voice possessed Remy a second time, asking Joe why he did not go to the police. He said that he had no evidence against Shoury. The voice then told Joe that he had taken Teresita's jewelry after her murder and given it to his girlfriend. So Detective Statula did not know if he could trust this information or not. Then he decided to do a background check on Shoury. He found that Shoury lived close to Teresita. Co-workers confirmed that he was planning to go to her apartment that night to repair her television. Statula brought Shori in for questioning. He confirmed that he went to her apartment to repair the television. He claimed that he did not have the tools to do so, so he went back home. Statula did not believe this, so he contacted Shori's girlfriend. He asked Shauri had given her any jewelry recently, and she said that he had. She agreed to Teresita's friends and family inspect it. They confirmed that some of it was Teresita's. Confronted with the evidence, Shauri confessed to Teresita's murder. He said that after he left her apartment, he made a plan to return and rob her. When he returned, he said that she let him back in. When she turned around to lock the door, he grabbed her from the behind and attacked her. He disrobed her to make it look like a sexual crime. He then took his mattress, placed over her body, and set on fire. Despite his confession, Shauri pleaded not guilty to Teresita's murder. When a mistrial occurred, he decided to plead guilty on February 23, 1979, receiving only a 14-year sentence for his cold-blooded crime. He was then released on parole on 1983. So this is the story of Teresita Basa, which is quite a famous story. So if you find it interesting, click on my channel and go and watch some interesting series like this, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click on that bell icon to get more updates.